Hey everybody, it's Atheist for the Cause here, and I've got a poll update for you. So let's have a look. Now this is on the President Trump job approval, and as you can see, this is the max. It kind of looks bad because, basically approve actually had an advantage back when, in February, but that was real close to the election, and when Trump had just been inaugurated and all of that. So if you look at the past 30 days, it's actually going in Trump's favor. And, this is also... Now Trump's had a bunch of his policies enacted, and basically the media has just tried to attack him, but it's all attacking him on old stuff, and they don't really have anything new on him. And we have like the North Korea situation. The world doesn't seem to be falling apart, so people seem to be rallying behind how Trump has acted. Now, if we look at the last 3 days, you've got Economist YouGov that went from -12 to -11. Not the minus 3 days. This is from today's release, although I think it actually came out yesterday. But these were the last 3 that have come out recently. The other ones are old. So Economist YouGov, -11 from -12, heading in the right direction. Gallup, -15 from -23. Huge jump. Remember, when this came out, I was like, that is a big jump up, and that's probably not right, because Gallup previously was at -16. And then they jump up to -23, and then they jump back down to whatever they're at now, -15. They're being, it's a little bipolar, so when a poll jumps around that much, I don't really want to trust it. Rasmussen is -10, and that's basically what it was at, if I remember right. I gotta find it. Here it is, -10. So overall, 2 polls went in Trump's favor. 1 stayed where it was, but it was one, good poll. If -10 is already good, so if Rasmussen stays at -10, that's perfectly fine for Trump. But now these other ones, Economist and Gallup, they're getting quite close to that -10 as well. And we have a bunch of these -15s. We'll have to see if they go up or down. And that could change things, but the spread is now under -14. It's now -13.8. It was not too long ago just -15. Big jump in the spread. And notice there's no... there is a Quinnipiac. The Quinnipiac here is pretty favorable to Trump. I expect this one to go up because Quinnipiac's usually pretty high. So don't be surprised if the next couple of polls push it up, because these are always, kind of anti-Trump polls basically. But we have some big ones here that were that will be in the cycle for a while most likely, but they were pretty high up on the high end of being against Trump's approval. So eventually we'll get to cycle those out too. But anyways, the key here is, in the last 3 polls that released just recently, 2 went in Trump's favor, 1 stayed the same. That was already favorable to Trump. So the country is, favoring Trump right now. And if I go back, actually, I wasn't gonna put this in, but I will. Let's have some fun with this. Congressional job approval, +52 disapprove. So that's actually kind of on the good end for Congress because they have 13 who approve, and normally it's like single digits. So, but yeah, everybody hates Congress, rightfully so still. And then the 2018 generic congressional vote. Oh, I did want to talk about that. Democrats +7. It is moving a little bit in the Democrats' favor. I mean, the Economist YouGov is still +2, but overall here you have Democrats up 7.2, and it doesn't look like they put that last one in here. So, but anyways, people should stop being so cocky. Like, Trump supporters should stop being so cocky about the 2018 midterms, because the Democrats have shown that they will be energized, like at least as much as the Republicans, which is not true in the past. Because if you look at South Carolina, a Republican area where there was very little money pumped in, the Democrats came quite close. It was like 5%, within 5%. And how Trump has won is by everybody having low expectations. And then, the country came out in the masses and voted. Well, if everybody thinks, the Republicans are going to win anyways, people are going to stay at home. And we don't want that. So we need to prop up this fear that the Democrats could win, which they could win a bunch of seats, even if they don't take the majority. They could win a lot of seats back. And the larger majority you have, the better. So we need the Republicans to hold on to what they have. And if for some reason the Democrats could take a majority in Congress, they could impeach Trump based on bullshit, just as a political maneuver. Now, I don't think he would actually get removed from office, but it would be a way to obstruct for years. And then you have direction of the country. This is always going to be low just because of how it's worded, basically. And the environment we're in. People are pretty pessimistic about politics in general. So it's actually not too bad. We got it down recently, to +18 wrong track. Now it's +26 long track. But if you can see back here, not too long ago it was +57.5 wrong track. Well, I say not too long ago, but this is like 2014. 2012 was +58.1 wrong track. So if I go just in the last 30 days, it upticked here, and now it's downticking a little bit. So these aren't actually horrible numbers. 3 months, 6 months, kind of went up, down, and then back up. So 1 year. Yeah, so these really aren't horrible numbers. I think a lot of the young people are actually becoming more optimistic, and Trump getting voted in actually made a lot of people become optimistic that our vote does matter, because Hillary Clinton was the one rigging the elections, and in the Democratic primary, and she might have won the primary, but it cost the Democrats big time, bigly. So anyways, have a good one, guys. The polls are looking pretty good for Trump right now.